but you see that it doesn't really, it like sets down and it really doesn't move, which is really nice. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're doing the look on my face. Today we are talking new makeup. We are doing a full face of new makeup and I'm really excited. I would love to know down below what new products you're excited about, categories you're excited about, if anything, if you're kind of on a no makeup kick. I feel like the start of the year, a lot of people are like, I'm on a no buy kick, which I love, saving that coin. But I would love to know down below what products, categories, whatever you want to see me review. If you want me to do roundup videos of certain categories of stuff that I already have, let me know. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this full face of new makeup. New makeup, let's get into it. I'm really excited. So first things first, I'm actually going to put a foundation on first before we try our new brow product. And I'm going to go on with this foundation from Ilia. It's their foundation stick. And I wear the shade 23, 25. No, neither of those numbers. 24N. And I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. I actually really like this foundation stick, and when I did that whole foundation stick roundup video, I fell back in love with it. So I'm going to just blend it into my skin. I got it all in this brush and blend it in. The shade match is amazing. If you are my complexion, 24N is a great shade match. I'm just going to blend it around the face. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of this. I have hyperpigmentation on my chin, and I'm just going to put it on my finger and place it over where the hyperpigmentation mainly is. Just let that kind of marinate there for a second. We're going to go back and blend it out, but this is like the easiest way I find to cover hyperpigmentation without loading on the foundation and stuff like that, even though the hyperpigmentation has faded really nicely. But anyways, we're going to let that marinate for a second. While we let that marinate, we're going to go on to the brows with our new brow product. So this is from Iris and Romeo, and this is their brow gel, and it's called, what is it, Brow Up Thickening Brow Gel. I got the shade Black Brown or Brown Black. I usually get the darkest shade just because my hairs are really dark. Oh my God, look how small the writing is on this. Where? What ant can read this? Oh my God. Brown Black, and this is supposed to thicken your brows, give it a nice little tint. And I was excited to try this because I love anything that I've tried, at least so far, from Iris and Romeo, and this is really interesting. Now this is not going to work for everyone, however I actually really enjoy this, so I'm gonna kind of take it and put my brow in place and then take the tip and kind of fill in. And then we can kind of decide together, well, I guess it's just me here, but we can decide together if we want to fill in any more with a brow pencil. All right, they are gelled. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip back in, take a little bit off the brush and just fill in where I need a little extra filling. That sounds weird, but like just a little extra pigment. And then I'm going to see if I want to go on with my brow pencil, but I want you guys to see the full kind of extent of this product. All right, brows are filled in. What I will say about this product is you need to make sure it dries down, because I find that if I don't let it fully dry down and I go on and kind of futsal with my brows, I do find that I get a little bit of smearing. So really make sure it dries down. If you need to get a fan and dry them down, do that. And just don't touch them for a little bit. And then once it's fully dried down, you're good. But that is something to be aware of. But I do find that for most tinted brow gels, that you really need to make sure everything is kind of set and dry down, especially something that has more of a pomade-y texture as opposed to a jelly texture, because then it you know, the pigment can kind of transfer and move if you are kind of touching your brows a ton. We're going to let this fully dry down and we're going to move on to the rest of the makeup, and then we're going to come back. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my finger and actually just tap out what I have on my chin here so we look less insane. All right, we are blended. I'm really happy with that coverage. What do you guys think of the shade match, of the coverage, of the brows? We're going to go through at the end and like fully touch so you can see kind of what the brows look like. But I want to give them a second to kind of settle down. Now we're going to go on with concealer. It's not a new concealer. I'm going to go on with the Live Tinted Concealer today. And I love this concealer. It's so pretty. This is one you can kind of let sit and marinate, which is nice, and it has some nice hydration to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for about a minute and a half, and then we're going to blend it out with a sponge. Then we're going to move on to the rest of the makeup. All right, it's been a minute and a half. Now we're going to blend it out. I'm going to use this concealer brush. This is the Hourglass one, and we're going to just blend out the concealer. I love the shade of this concealer because it's very natural looking, but it has a touch of brightness to it. Concealer is blended out. Now we're going to move on to a bronzer and our new blush. The bronzer we're going to use is the CL bronzer here. I wear the shade 3 in this. It's great. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to blend it out with this brush here. So I'm going to pick up the product on the back of my hand with the Heavenly Luxe number 7. A brush like this, it doesn't have to be this brush, but a brush like this is so nice for blending out cream, bronzer, and contour. Elf has one. I believe it's Elf. I should have brought that, but the Elf has one that's really similar to this and does a really nice job blending as well. Just pick it up, and then I'm going to I'm not going to push too hard, but lightly apply the bronzer. I don't want to be too bronzed, but I want a little bit of dimension to my face and warmth. Then whatever's left on the back of my hand, I'm going to use this nose brush from Patrick Ta. I'm just going to pick up the remainder of the product and just pull it down my nose. And then blend it out. Bronzer's on. Now we're going to move on to our new blush, and it is this one from Jones Road Beauty. It is their cream blush. They also have a powder, and this is their coral shade, or what is the full name? Okay, first of all, this is so dirty. Do you see this? Ew. The shade Bright Coral, and I'm going to just apply it to the back of my hand. Then I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to use this one here to pick up the product. Look how pretty that shade is. I'm in the mood for just like a kind of springier cheek, and I feel like a coral is a very springy cheek. So it felt perfect for today because it's so cold outside. I need spring vibes, and we're going to just pick up the product and tap off a little bit. Because some blush can get away from you quick, and by you I mean me, because I have no self-control. And then we're just going to lightly build it up. I hope you can see. Look how pretty that shade is. It is so stunning, and it's just, it blends out really nicely, and it's not one where you're stuck if you make a mistake or you apply too much. You can kind of blend it out. It is I feel like malleable isn't the right word, but I'm going to use that malleable blush. Blush is on. What do you guys think? I love this shade. This is just like the spring blush of dreams. I didn't go too heavy-handed with it because I do want to set it with a little bit of powder, but I really enjoy this. I feel like a lot of people who like something that's a little bit more of a natural look, and by natural look I mean in terms of the way that it sits on the face. It's so natural. You can blend it with your fingers, you can blend it with a brush. If you use a brush, you're going to get a lot more pigment, and this is like a toned down. Like I didn't want to go too full send with it, again, because we're going to layer with powder, but you can build this up. This is really nice. I really enjoy wearing this, and this is one that for beach days or 4 days where I want to have a little bit more of a like thin formula, if that makes sense. This is ideal. It looks so natural on the skin, and I feel like so many people with different skin types are really going to enjoy this formula. Anyways, I want to set my face with a little bit of powder, and we're going to use the Omicole translucent setting powder, and we're just going to mainly do the T-zone where I get oily, a little bit under my eyes, and definitely where I set or I put a lot of foundation to cover hyperpigmentation. So we're just going to set the face really quick. Face is set. Now I want to move on to the eyes because we have a bunch of new eye products. Also, I want to actually, let's touch the brows while we're here. So I'm just going to go over the top and then you guys can see, I hope it focuses. Hello, focus on my fingers, not my face. There we go. It has no product on it, so it doesn't come off if you let it set, but you need to make sure you let it set, and then you're good to go. At least I'm good to go, and it doesn't move around my face or anything like that. And I do feel like sometimes people are nervous to use a brow product with pigment because of that, so I wanted to make sure to show just as long as you let it kind of set down, marinate, do its thing, you're good to go. Anyways, now let's move on to the eyes, and we have a new eyeshadow color from Merit. This is the shade Mid-Century. I have been obsessed with this. I love this formula, but this shade specifically, if you're my complexion, is so beautiful, and it isn't too orangey, and I was nervous that it was going to be, but it is really, really beautiful. So we're going to apply it to our lid. This formula, when it sets down, does not move. I've already reviewed this formula in the shade, it's a dark brown color, but I don't know the name off the top of my head right now. I'll put it on the screen just so that it's on the screen and you know what I'm talking about. But I really, really like this. Once it sets down, again, it does not budge, which is so amazing. And this shade, look how beautiful that is. Like, is that a joke? It's so stunning, and I feel like so many different skin tones will love this. And I like to just apply it and then blend the edge with my finger, and then I'm also going to blend with a brush. So we're going to take this brush here. This is a Sigma brush. What is it? One something? Nope, not even close. E25, and we're going to just go around the edges and blend them. Now I want to take a little bit of this on a little brush and pull it on my lower lash line. I'm just going to dip the brush right in and pull it down here. Now what I want to do is I want to take this About Face Smoke Stick in the shade Close But No Cigar and just set what was on my lower lash line. Then I want to take this eyeshadow stick from Victoria Beckham Beauty in the shade Oyster. And is it Oyster? I feel like I just make names up. No, Oysters, right? And we're just going to put it in the inner corner. Now I want to go on with our new eyeliner, and this one is from Gen C. And I was really excited to see this. I ordered a bunch of fun stuff from Credo, and this was one of the things. And this is their Cruise eyeliner or something. What is the full name? Cruise Liner Eye Pencil, and I got the shade Milano, but it's their brown shade. They have a bright pink. They have like a really, really beautiful green. They have so many pretty shades, but of course I was boring and I just got the dark brown. But I want to show you a swatch of it. So this is their dark brown. It is so, so pretty. And I'm going to line my lid with this. And then I'm going to use actually a little bit on my waterline. This eyeliner, I really, really like this. This kind of reminds me of the Kulfi eyeliner. Like, it doesn't move. At least on my eyelid, it doesn't move. And it's really nice, and what I really enjoy about this is it has a sharpener on the back, and I feel like a lot of the time people forget that sometimes, not all eyeliners, the back part that has the shade can be removed and be a sharpener, which I love because I love a sharp eyeliner. So we're going to do that, and then we're actually going to, let me push this out a little bit. I'm going to take this, drag the eyeliner on its side like this, just to create a little wing. I don't want anything crazy, just a little bit of a wing. It's a little wing, nothing crazy. Do the same on this side. All right, we got little flicks on both sides, nothing crazy. I really enjoy this eyeliner. Again, for me, it sits and doesn't really move all day. It reminds me of the Cool Feet eyeliner where it kind of just sits and doesn't really budge. And if you use it on your waterline, for me, it doesn't run. I do have weepy eyes, so I find that impressive. What I will say is if you're putting eyeliner on your waterline, especially your lower waterline, putting powder underneath will really avoid additional running. And I generally put powder underneath for a little bit of dimension, like a darker, like a brown shade, darker shade, something like that to create a shadow. But it's really nice. I really enjoy it. And I just want to show you, this is what I put in the back of my hand. And I just want to show you when I rub it. Don't mind the cut on my hand right here, but you see that it doesn't really, it like sets down and it really doesn't move, which is really nice. I'm gonna move on to our mascara. We've actually used this formula before on this channel, but not this shade. It's from Tower 28 and it's their brown shade that they came out with. I don't know if it was when they came out with it, but when I originally tested it, they didn't have the shade, so I thought it'd be fun. This is the shade Drift. Yeah, Drift, it's their brown shade. They actually sent me this, and I really like this formula. I've talked about this on this channel before. It's really nice, it's really easy to use, and it gives my lashes what they want. And I feel like if you have sensitive eyes, this is a really good formula for you to try out. I know some mascaras just really irritate people's eyes. This is a great formula, and I'm going to do 2 coats of this mascara on the top and a coat on the bottom. Mascara's on. What do you guys think? Again, 2 coats on the top lashes, 1 light coat on the bottom lashes. Now what I want to do is I actually want to go on with 2 eyeliners. So we're going to go on with this eyeliner from Victoria Beckham Beauty in the shade Cinnamon in the waterline. Then I want to take the Gen C eyeliner and on the outer half of my waterline, line it with this as well. I just love what that does. Let me know what you think of the eye look, the eyeshadow, the new one from Merit, the mascara. What do you think of the brown shade? Are you a fan? Do you prefer black mascara? Let me know down below. I'd love to know. Now I want to move on to our new lip product. And first I want to take a lip liner, which I don't know where I put that. Oh, it's right here. It's in front of my face. We're going to take the lip liner from Jones Road Beauty in the shade Cognac. Why do I never sharpen my stuff? Every single time. We're just gonna line our lips with this. And I'm gonna just blend it out a little bit. Now we're gonna go on with our new lip product. This is from RMS. This is their lip oil, and I got the shade L. I believe it's like a corally, yeah, L. I felt like it would be really good with the cheeks. And this is the doe foot applicator. There is, do you see how there's like a chunk? So the actual doe foot and the way that the product kind of goes onto it isn't necessarily my favorite. I feel like sometimes there is not enough product and then a lot of product, but that really is kind of not that big a deal, but it's something to note. So this is what it looks like. I just dipped it right back in and took it out just so you can see. And we're just going to apply it straight to our lips. And then you need to, for me at least, I need to dip back in. And do you see how there isn't that much product on it after I dipped back in? So that is just something to be aware of. And that's the shade L. What do you guys think of the shade? I feel like it's a really nice springy look. It's a little bit more orangey in the monitor, I'm noticing, than it is in person. However, it's a really nice, pretty shade, and I really enjoy it. Now, in terms of formula, this is a fine formula. It's not the best lip oil formula I've ever used. Again, my favorite kind of lip oil, lip balmy, hydrating with a tint type product is the Rowan Beauty. Their liquid lip balms are forever my favorite. This one, it's fine. The color is really pretty. The way that it wears, I would say, is it's not drying on my lips. However, I think it could be more hydrating. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't really do much in terms of hydrating at all. It's a nice and thin formula, so you don't really get like goopiness. So it's like But again, I think the packaging could use a little bit of work, but overall it's a totally fine, nice lip oil. It isn't super shiny, which I do enjoy. Sometimes lip oils can take it a little bit too far with the shine for what I want that day. This doesn't do that. This is nice. I like, it gives you like a really healthy looking lip, but again, I do feel like the formula could be a little bit more hydrating. And I feel like the applicator and the actual whole situation with the applicator isn't my favorite. However, I do enjoy it, and this is definitely a shade that I'm going to be grabbing in spring. But if I need hydration, I'm going with the Rowan Beauty liquid lip balms, because those are just, at least to me, more hydrating. Or even the Ami Collet, their lip oil is more hydrating, at least for my lips, but my lips are really dry. But overall, I do enjoy it, but it's not going to work for everyone. If you want something that's hydrating, if you want something with a little bit more high shine, this is not going to be the formula for you. However, it is nice, but I do think there are better lip oils out there. But again, it's fine. Now I want to go on tops of the cheeks with a blush. We're going to go on with this blush from House Labs. This is their old packaging, Pomelo Peach. And I want to, where's the brush? It's right in front of my face. Every time I'm like, oh, where is it? Right in front of my face. If I just look, I'm going to take a duo fiber brush, and I'm going to just dip in. These blushes are pigmented, so I'm going to take it off and then just apply on top and just kind of amp up the color, but also really set it into place. And yeah, that is it. That is it for my full face of new makeup. What do you guys think? What do you think of the brows? Again, we're just going to go over the top, just show you. I want this to focus on my fingers. Hello. There we go. Just so you can see, what do you think of the cheeks? Do you like the shade? Let me know down below. I know that there are some fun launches coming out, especially there's a new blush that's coming out soon that looks amazing. But I would love to know down below, what other products are you looking for reviews on? Is it a certain category of product, or is it a specific product? Let me know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.